Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching for the first time. For a very long time, Mount Kenya has had the bragging right as a people who understand the Kenyan politics and as a people who determine the course of every presidential election. If they do not produce a presidential candidate, then they lean on a side that usually produces the president of this country. And they have always bragged that you can talk to them during the day and then they will retreat at night to decide and charge on their course. The other day, Waiguru told us that you can only rent a Kikuyu, but you cannot buy one. And for a very long time, they had that very bragging right. Until they met the cunning William Samoei Ruto, the man who came to expose the weakest point of the current crop of Mount Kenya leaders. For the very first time, we saw William Ruto charging Mount Kenya leaders against themselves, banning and stealing from Uhuru's Northland farm. Something that William Ruto cannot do even to his major nemesis, Alfred Kithure, who continues to criticize him. In fact, the other day, after avoiding a direct confrontation, he sent Rigathi-Nyoro to go and read a riot act to the people of Bomet and ask why they were clapping when Kithure was criticizing the government. But if there is the worst mistake that William Ruto has exposed is the fact that for the very first time, Mount Kenya leaders, we are not going to hold together because they have been given a poisoned chalice. One thing that I've always called the trap of succession. Rigathi-Nyoro, Rigathi-Gachagua, Kimani Ichung'wah, all of them have been told, mimi nikitoka, mnaingia. And William Ruto has crafted and engineered a plan to ensure that he divides Mount Kenya. And by doing that, he is going to deny them that very opportunity that he promised them. I want us to take a look at what Mount Kenya is saying, what the Muranga people are saying, and the people from Nyeri are saying.
Somebody who can be able to make friends across the board, somebody who respects people. We do not want somebody who has been talking about the disrespect that the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta had. Well, he is actually worse. He thinks that some of us are trash. So we are saying this is not the type of person that you can entrust to lead the nation. And we are saying Nyoro is a guy that will save the president in 2027.
Let each one of them given an opportunity. Rigathi-Gachagua get an opportunity to serve one term as the deputy president. Nyoro get an opportunity to serve one term from 2027 as the deputy president. 2032, they will decide what they want to do.
I want to say, to call upon all of you, the people of Mount Kenya. I'm telling you that we have to speak in one voice. We have to rally behind one leader who is Rigathi-Gachagua. The others who are trying to divide Mount Kenya, fellow Kikuyus, please, united, we win. Divided, Mungu ni mwema.
It is the prerogative of any particular leader to aspire for any position. But I would want to advise my good friend, my younger brother, Honorable Nyoro, who is a very good leader for a fact. He has really transformed his constituency. However, I believe there are some people who really want to mislead him or use him to bring division in the mountain.
So what he has done is very simple. He has divided the Nyeri people from Muranga. And he's now selling to them an idea that Uhuru Kenyatta was coming or is coming from Kiambu. And so the Kiambu people have had their day. They have produced a president, the first president, Jomo Kenyatta Senior, and now Uhuru Kenyatta, Kenyatta Junior. So with them, they don't have a say in becoming a president. So he picked Rigathi Gachagua from Nyeri. And remember, Mwai Kibaki was also coming from Nyeri. So he has engineered a plan. And he has sent Ndindi Nyoro with the message that you must tell Rigathi Gachagua that the Nyeri people have had an opportunity to lead this country. They had Kibaki as the president, and Gachagua is now the deputy president. Isn't it time for a young man from Muranga? And Ndindi Nyoro has also decided to send his closest allies. And they have spread this message in Mount Kenya. The center cannot hold now the center but in Mount Kenya, and they have started reading from different pages. The question that I want to ask you, especially if you understand Mount Kenya politics, because in a way they are also fighting for a Mount Kenya spokesperson, a Mount Kenya kingpin. Who exactly is the real Mount Kenya kingpin? Is it Ndindi Nyoro? Is he Uhuru Kenyatta? Is he Rigathi Gachagua? And William Ruto is playing these cards very in a clandestine manner that the leaders themselves cannot even discern the mischief in it. Because Ndindi Nyoro has Rigathi Gachagua as the worst nemesis, and he is his checkmate. So that Rigathi Gachagua should not even come up with an idea that if you want to come to Mount Kenya, you must come through me. But when it comes to Uhuru Kenyatta, then Ndindi Nyoro and Rigathi Gachagua becomes friends. They become friends. And so they look at Uhuru Kenyatta as the common enemy. When it comes to Uhuru Kenyatta, even Kimani Ichung'wah is part of it. The other day, I had an MCA also trying to mention Kimani Ichung'wah's name, that maybe he is the man to take over the mantle from William Samoei Ruto. These are people who are testing waters because each one of them has been told that unaweza. What will happen in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen? William Ruto wants to create very many centers of power. We have the power around Rigathi Gachagua. We have the power around Ndindi Nyoro. Remember, Kithure Kindiki is not yet done. It is only that he has been given a ministerial position, and so he cannot play politics. But I can assure you, towards 2026, William Ruto will go to some leaders in Meru. Maybe he will collect both Meru and Tarakaniti and all that. And you will hear leaders saying that it is their turn. And they will say that Kithure Kindiki was denied an opportunity in 2022, and so they want him to become a Mount Kenya kingpin. They want them to become a deputy leader. Once this happens, we will now have Kithure Kindiki, we'll have Ndindi Nyoro, we'll have Rigathi Gachagua. You never know. I heard Moses Kura also saying that hata yeye anaweza. So you will have different people from Mount Kenya claiming ownership, and they will say sisi tunataka kudeputize William Samoei Ruto and we have a chance. Then William Ruto will use that opportunity to tell them that now that all of you want to become a deputy president, I think it is high time we get someone who is neutral, someone who is not from Muranga and not from Nyeri, not from Kiambu and not from the Meru land. And that person, ladies and gentlemen, will be none other than the son of Mulembe, Musalia Midavadi. Because William Ruto has been crafty and crafting a plan so that he can slot in Musalia Midavadi in a manner that will not infuriate any person. And you will hear the whole of Kenya Kwanza team saying, let Mudavadi be there so that we can have peace in the mountain. If Ndindi Nyoro is not careful, he is busy endorsing Musalia Midavadi without knowing. Remember, Musalia Midavadi was given a portfolio as a chief minister. Then, after some months, he was added the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then recently I was reading that she has been given more responsibilities secretly. Many of these ministries are now answering directly to him. And if you look at the kind of politics that William Ruto is playing, he is really trying to court Mount Kenya. It is only that recently Raila toured that area and things are not good. They are rejecting him. Even Boni Halwale wants to come back to the ODM because there is no peace when you are supporting UDA and trying to sell William Ruto in the Mulembe Nation. He tried it and people chased him. So I'm just trying to put it to you that William Ruto has a plan to install Musalia Midavadi as the deputy president, as this running mate in 2027, and the best way to do it is to create wrangles among different leaders in Mount Kenya. And with this, before they know it, these people will realize that William Ruto exposed them. William Ruto used them. The bragging right over people who know how to play their politics, the bragging right over people who can talk at night and decide and champion their cause will be gone. And if you think I'm lying, wait for any day William Ruto will punish one of the rebels in Rivalry. You will never see. But if anyone will start talking ill of the Kenya Kwanza government in the mountain, he will be punished. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this space. Musalia Midavadi is Ruto's man and he wants to install him. I don't know what you think, but if you read between the lines, you'll realize that William Ruto has a plan. Whether the plan will work or not, we only wait and see.